You have $100. You've heard that people make money trading Forex, and now you want to know if it's actually possible to start with that amount and not just blow it in a week. The answer is yes, but only if you approach it the right way, and that's exactly what this video is going to show you. Let's get straight into it. First, understand what you're actually doing when you trade Forex. You're exchanging one currency for another and profiting from the change in their value. The euro against the dollar, the pound against the yen, these pairs move constantly, and every time they move, there's an opportunity to make or lose money. Your job as a trader is to predict the direction of that movement and size your trades in a way that keeps you alive long enough to be right more than you're wrong. With $100, you are not going to get rich fast. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you something. But you can use $100 to learn the game properly, build real screen time, and develop a trading edge without risking money you can't afford to lose. That is the only correct mindset to bring to this. Step 1 is picking the right broker. Not all brokers will accept $100 as a starting deposit, and even among those who do, there's a difference between brokers that will serve you and brokers that will exploit you. You want a regulated broker. In Nigeria, many traders use brokers regulated by bodies like the FCA in the UK or ASIC in Australia. Names like Exness, XM, or HFM are popular, and they accept small deposits. When you're evaluating a broker, check 3 things: the minimum deposit, the leverage they offer, and whether they support nano or micro lot trading. Micro lot trading is essential with $100 because it allows you to size your positions small enough that a single bad trade doesn't wipe you out. Go to the broker's website, complete the KYC verification, that's just uploading your ID and proof of address, and fund your account. Most brokers in this space support bank transfers, cards, and in Nigeria specifically, some support direct Naira deposits or USD deposits through domiciliary accounts. Get your account funded and move on. Step 2 is setting up your platform. The industry standard is MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. Download it, log in with your broker credentials, and spend 2 days just navigating the interface before you touch a single trade. Learn how to open a chart, change the time frame, place a market order, set a stop loss, and set a take profit. These are your basic tools. If you don't know how to use them confidently, you will make mechanical errors in live trading that cost you money, not because the market beat you, but because you clicked the wrong button. Once you're comfortable with the platform, pull up the EUR over USD pair. This is the most liquid, most traded pair in the world. It has tight spreads, predictable movement, and more educational resources written about it than any other pair. Start here. Step 3 is learning to read price. You don't need 10 indicators on your chart. In fact, the more cluttered your chart is, the slower your thinking will be. Start with a clean chart, candlestick patterns, and one concept: support and resistance. Support is a price level where buyers have historically stepped in and pushed price back up. Resistance is a level where sellers have pushed price back down. When price approaches these levels, you watch for a reaction. That reaction is your trade signal. Add one indicator if you want context. A 50-period moving average works well. If price is above the moving average, the trend is up. If it's below, the trend is down. You trade in the direction of the trend and look for entries near support or resistance. This alone, applied consistently, is a strategy that works. You don't need anything more exotic than this to be profitable. Step 4 is risk management, and this is where most beginners fail. With $100, your maximum risk per trade should be $1 to $2. That's 1 to 2% of your account. It sounds small. It is small. That's the point. If you risk $10 per trade and you have 5 losing trades in a row, which happens to every trader, you're down 50%, and you need a 100% gain just to get back to where you started. But if you risk $1 per trade and lose 5 in a row, you're down $5. You're still in the game. You still have capital to work with. To size your position correctly, you need to know 3 things: your account balance, your risk percentage, and where your stop loss is. If your stop loss is 20 pips away and you want to risk $1, you calculate the lot size based on that. With micro lots, 1 pip is worth about 10 cents, so a 20 pip stop with a 0.05 lot size risks about $1. Your broker's position size calculator will do the math for you. Use it every single time before entering a trade. Step 5 is building a routine. Professional trading is boring. It looks exciting from the outside because people only share their wins, but the actual process is methodical and repetitive. Wake up, check the economic calendar for high-impact news events. You can use Forex Factory for this. Avoid trading 30 minutes before and after major news releases because spreads spike and price moves unpredictably. Mark your support and resistance levels on the daily and 4-hour chart. Drop to the 1-hour or 15-minute chart to look for entries. If there's no clean setup, you don't trade, you wait. Discipline to not trade is a skill as important as knowing when to trade. Keep a trading journal. After every trade, write down why you entered, where your stop and target were, and what the outcome was. Review it weekly. Patterns in your mistakes will show up. You'll notice you keep cutting winners short, or you keep moving your stop loss, or you keep entering at the wrong time of day. The journal shows you those patterns so you can fix them. Now let's talk about realistic expectations with $100. If you risk 1% per trade and your average risk-to-reward ratio is 1 to 2, meaning you risk $1 to make $2 and you win 50% of your trades, you're profitable. In a month with 20 trades, that's 10 winners at $2 each and 10 losers at $1 each. That's $20 profit on a $100 account, or 20%. That's excellent by any financial standard. The problem is that most beginners want to turn $100 into $1,000 in a month, and they over-leverage trying to do it. Over-leverage is the #1 account killer. Stick to the math. The compounding works in your favor over time. As your account grows, and it will grow if you're disciplined, you increase your position sizes proportionally. You never increase your risk percentage. You keep it at 1 to 2% of whatever your balance is, always. One last thing. Demo trading before going live is debated in the trading community. My honest take, spend 2 to 4 weeks on demo to learn the platform and test your strategy. But once you start live trading, even with $100, the psychology changes. You feel the $1 you're risking in a way you never felt the fake money. That emotional pressure is the actual lesson. It teaches you patience, discipline, and how your mind works under uncertainty. No amount of demo trading replicates it. So use demo to learn the tools, then go live with small size and let the real education begin. That's the full roadmap. Pick a regulated broker that supports micro-lot trading, set up MetaTrader, learn support and resistance, drop 1 to 2% per trade, build a daily routine, keep a journal, and be patient with the process. Forex trading with $100 is not a shortcut to wealth, but it is a legitimate starting point for anyone serious about learning how financial markets work and building a real skill over time. If this video helped you, subscribe and turn on notifications because the next video breaks down exactly how to find high-probability trade setups using only price action. See you there.